Hello and welcome. My name is Angie Holden and I'm the blogger behind the Country Chic Cottage. Today we're going to talk about Cricut organizers and ways to store, display, use your Cricut machines. I recently redid my craft room, the DreamBox is behind me, and of course that is one of the 5 ways on my list that you can store your Cricut and the supplies. But I wanted to talk about a variety of ways for a variety of budgets as well as space sizes. Over the years, I have stored and used my Cricut machine a ton of different ways, so I do feel like I can give you some really good ideas here. So the first thing that I started out on was a cart. Just a cart that I would put my Cricut machine on. So the first cart that I'm going to show you holds 3 machines, or you could store supplies on the other 2 shelves if you only had 1 machine. This was a great option for me at the time because I had multiple machines. It's on wheels so I could pull it out, use it, push it back wherever I needed it to be. And the cart overall was very sturdy and I could operate my Cricut machines on it. So when you're using a Cricut machine, it can kind of move whatever it's on. So it can move the cart, and some carts are just way too shaky for the Cricut machine to actually sit on them and operate, in my opinion. This cart is not. I used it for many years to put my Cricut machines on, and I used them directly on the cart. Even on the different levels, I didn't even have to move it to the top level to use it. And I did like that it was open on like both sides, so you could even use those long mats. Now I want to stay with carts just a minute and talk about a cart that is perfect for those of you that might have a very small crafting space. So this cart has fold out tables on both sides. So the perfect part about it is you can fit your Cricut machine on the cart, you can put supplies in the bottom 2 tiers, and then when you are ready to craft, you can fold the tables out on one side or both sides and use that very large area to craft on. Then when you're done crafting, you just pack everything up, fold the tables down, and you have a very compact package that you would end up storing for your crafting needs. So I ended up donating this exact cart with a Cricut machine to a local school for their STEAM program. So they had like a lab type area, not a ton of room to put the Cricut, and this cart was perfect for that. So I always highly recommend this cart to people that are in a small area. So every time I share this cart, people get excited, but it is only available at Michael's that I've seen. So I did want to show you a couple other kind of comparable carts. They don't have the fold out table, but they are sort of similar in that you can put your Cricut machine at the top and then store things in the bottom. And I did like those, and these are available on Amazon. So I will link to all the carts I'm showing in the description below this video, even the ones that I don't particularly have, but have found, and others have used them and had good reviews. So next up, if you use your Cricut machine on a desk or a table, getting risers for it and getting it kind of up off the table is something that a lot of people do. And I have done that in the past, and I actually had my son build me a custom wood shelf for the back of my desk so I could kind of raise the Cricut machines up. My goal was to fit more Cricut machines in the space, so I had Cricuts on the top, Cricuts on the bottom. However, you could use the space under that top row of Cricuts for other supplies or as a desk area. Now you don't have to have someone build you a custom shelf. They make risers, they sell them right on Amazon, Etsy, different places like that. You just attach them to your machine and raise it up off of the surface. This is a great solution for a lot of people. Next up is simply storing your Cricut machines on shelves. So I had shelves that were open on the front and the back. If you pull the shelves away from the wall, you can use the Cricut machine right on the shelves. I have also seen people put Cricut machines on bookshelves and cut a slot out of the back of the bookshelf for the mat to go in and out of the Cricut machine. That is also another great option. So shelves are a great option if you want to use the vertical height of your space, and especially if you want to operate a lot of Cricut machines at once, shelves might be the answer for you. And I definitely went in order with this video. So this was kind of my evolution of Cricut machine storage, where I started versus where I am now. Where I am now is with the DreamBox. So all of my Cricut machines are in the DreamBox. It holds many Cricut machines, or just maybe 1 or 2 if that's all you have, plus a ton of supplies. If it's within your budget, I do highly recommend it. I find that it's well worth it, and it has been a game changer in my space. So I opted for the shorter middle section so I could store more machines. You can actually get a longer middle section, but I like the shorter one because my goal was to put as many Cricut machines in the DreamBox as possible. I love that it has a fold-out table in order for you to work right in the DreamBox, plus lighting at the top so it lights up that work surface. And then if you choose, at the end of the day, you can fold it up and it makes a very compact and neat package. So I did want to mention here that I do have an email list where I send out deals when DreamBox has a sale. I will link to that email list in the description below this video. A DreamBox is an investment. It is pretty expensive. If it is on your wish list, sign up for that email list. When there's a sale in the DreamBox, I will email you and you can choose to purchase or not. Is this the time for you? Is this the sale that is going to get the DreamBox in your craft room? You can decide each time an email comes out. I find that that's the best way to keep people informed of sales, because you might want a DreamBox, but it might be a thing that is a year and a half out before you can purchase it, or even longer. So signing up for that email list will allow you to keep informed of all the sales, and then with each sale decide if this is the time for your DreamBox or not. So if it's on your wish list, be sure to sign up for that email list. So I hope you enjoyed this sort of summary of the way I've stored my Cricut machines and the way I kind of recommend people store their machines. Hopefully you got some ideas from this on storing and using your own Cricut machines in your space, whether it's big or small. If you have any questions about Cricut organizers, feel free to drop down in the comment section, ask away. If you liked this video, if it helped you, give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, head on over to our YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. We have videos just like this one every single week, and trust me, you don't want to miss any of those. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.